I'm Izu and welcome to a new video where I'm building a family house. I don't know what else to call it, so we're going with that. I built this house actually a while ago, probably in the springtime. I can't really remember. I've had the footage of it and the build part of it edited for a very long time now. And I also recorded the voiceover a while ago and then I deleted it accidentally. I don't know what happened, but somehow I lost the voiceover recording and I couldn't get it back. Like I don't know where it went, but it is nowhere to be seen or heard. So I kind of didn't want to do it again. I felt kind of annoyed, and that's why this build has taken a while to reach YouTube. But here we are. I'm recording the voiceover yet again. And this time hopefully won't get deleted and this will actually get posted. I built this cute little house in Sequoia actually. This is the second build that I've built in Sequoia. I don't really build anymore. That's another thing. I used to be, if you know and have followed me for a long time, I used to only build houses, and the first videos I ever made on my channel were building videos, and that was the way I played the game, and it lasted for years and years and years until I just couldn't anymore. And now I only ever build a house if I actually need to. Like, I built this because I needed this for my family that you can kind of see on the sidewalk. You will see them eventually. It is the family that I will be playing for my Magical Circle of Life legacy, the 5 or will be 6th generation after I also add fairies to the challenge. But currently a 5 generation occult challenge that I came up with last year and this year and posted in May. And these guys were also on another video and I really loved them. It was my how to make better looking or like more relatable looking parents for your Sims video, and I really love these Sims, so I decided to use them for my legacy challenge. And then they needed the house because I wanted to play through the teenage years of Annie. Annie will be the first generation heir that you will see soon, hopefully, whenever I have the time to start that. So yeah, I played in this house for all of Annie's teenage life, and I wanted to make this house feel very cozy. It's made for a couple and another Sim, so in this instance it's mom and dad and their daughter, but you can obviously, if you want this build, you can modify the rooms to fit whichever kind of family or Sims household you have. But for me, I built this to suit their needs. The father is a lawyer, and then the mom is an author, and then Annie is just in school as a teenager. And I tried to make the house kind of resemble their family dynamics and their story and their like vibe. It's a very homey house. It's very cute. It's in Sequoia in a very cute little coastal suburban area, and the house itself is a very pretty coastal kind of house. I don't know what these houses are called, but I love them. I absolutely love them. They're so gorgeous. And I thought it would be nice to have a white house with green accents, with green windows, green roofs, everything green, instead of a green paint and white window paints and doors and stuff, because I don't know, it really suited the build and I really like that. There is a house quite near where I live with a similar kind of color scheme where the house is white and everything else is blue, so all the doors are blue, all the windows are blue, and it is so cute. So I thought I wanted to do something similar because it looks very just wholesome and nice and coastal without being too coastal, if that makes any sense. I don't know, probably doesn't. But yeah, the house is kind of a mix of this modern-ish vibe and traditional vibe. It's got a home office because the mom is obviously an author and needs space to write her books. And then initially the father used the dining table to do all his work, but then I needed the research machine or something else. I don't remember. There's a special kind of computer that you need for the law career. So I ended up having 2 desks in the home office. So for the days that Josh, who's the dad, is working remotely or needs needs to do something after work, like research and papers or something like that, he can do that somewhere else than on the dining table. It was just getting quite messy and I didn't like it. So in the end result where I am playing, there are 2 desks in that very tiny office, but I made it work. There are a couple of other issues in this build as well that I fixed post making this video. There were some small items that made it impossible for the Sims to walk around, and I also changed some things in the kitchen. Like the fridge is now a standalone fridge, something that doesn't go inside the cabinets. These things used to work. Like in the olden days of Sims, you would be able to put a fridge inside a cabinet and your Sim would be able to use it. But now apparently it's patched in, so it doesn't work anymore, question mark. I don't know if it's the fridge that I use, but I do remember trying several fridges and it just didn't work. So I don't know what's going on, but it didn't work anymore. So I just had to just switch it to a standalone fridge without a cabinet. And then another really funny, surprising thing is that in the kitchen, right after the doorway, like when you walk into the kitchen, in the wall there's these like aprons and little hooks on the wall, which is a wall decoration. I thought that wall decorations don't, like, kind of like the debug menu, that they are there but the Sims don't realize that they're there because they're like decorational, so they don't interact with them and they're not supposed to, or I thought they weren't supposed to block any, you know, access to anything. I thought they were just like decorational, kind of quote-unquote non-existing items, but turns out they're not. So I had to get rid of the hooks with the aprons because Sims couldn't get to the kitchen through the door, which makes no sense. It is really funny that it is like that, but whatever, it is what it is. And the whole house has this very cutesy, modern but traditional vibe, and I actually really like this house. Like I really enjoyed playing in this house. It's a bit different to the houses that I usually, well, not really different, but the vibe is a little bit different to the houses I oftentimes build. I don't really know what it is about it. It probably looks like any other build that I've ever built, but to me it felt a little bit different and I really enjoyed it. And I like that there's the upstairs, which is only part of the house. So there's the bedrooms and a couple of bathrooms upstairs, and then the downstairs has this whole kitchen and dining area that doesn't have an upstairs. So it's like this L-shaped house with only half of it being 2 stories, and I really liked that. And I'm really happy with the whole kind of structure, how this build came out. It just seems very homey and also very realistic. I think sometimes we build houses that are incredible in The Sims, but if you were to put them in real life, they wouldn't necessarily be very realistic, or they would feel, I don't know, there's just this feeling that this house would be real if it existed in real life. Wow. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, but maybe you can catch what I'm saying. Like, it just felt real to me, like a house that would actually exist in the real world. And I really enjoyed making this. I had a good time and it wasn't too hard. It didn't take too much time. It did take some time, but it didn't feel like a giant task. Another build that I did and never posted was actually a petting zoo for businesses and hobbies. And it was such a huge build, and I built it for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I was so burnt out because I already am burnt out from building. Like I don't think I will ever get back to building like I did before my burnout. Like I've built everything I ever wanted and a bit more, and it just doesn't feel the same anymore. So unfortunately, I don't think building is for me anymore. However, I pushed through it and I was so tired of building that at the end that I just like couldn't bring myself to edit the footage and make the video. And then after like a month of waiting with the footage, I eventually just browsed YouTube just randomly, and I don't really watch Lil Simsy's videos oftentimes, but I do get Sims videos recommended because obviously I am in the Sims community and research a lot of things. So sometimes big Sims content creators videos do get recommended for me. And I saw that Lil Simsy had already posted a petting zoo video like a month ago. Back then now it's probably like 3 months ago. But anyways, and I was just so discouraged, not because she built one, like obviously you can do similar things to others and that's completely fine, but I don't know, it just feels not great when somebody has, especially when it's a big creator, because I never want to have the kind of like copying allegations for anything. Like I hate doing something, even if like people can come up with similar things or even same ideas separately. That's not like unheard of. It's not like a very original, super unique build idea. Like I recognize that. So it's not a surprise that somebody else would make something like that. But I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me sometimes, and I just didn't feel like posting it and editing it anymore after that, especially because I don't have the horse pack, which comes with obviously horses, but also the lambs and little goats. So in my version, I used like decoy items to be the lambs and the animals, except for obviously I could get some of them with dogs and cats. But yeah, anyways, it wasn't complete. It was a little bit more like user imagination type of build. So I ended up just scratching that idea and kind of wasted several hours of my life building that. And maybe I'll post it at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it at some point, but I don't know. If you do want to see that, let me know in the comments. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know why I think it's weird, but it's a little bit weird because I think it's fine if others do it, but it's just in my head that if I do it, it's not okay, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if anybody gets what I'm saying, but if you are a content creator or somebody that makes something, you know probably what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you just don't want to do something anymore if somebody else has done it, even if it's different. Like my build isn't obviously copied, it's a completely different build and a completely different approach to it. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so I'm just rambling. But yeah, so let's get back into this build. I don't know if I have much else to say about this build. It's just a family house. You can convert some of the rooms to be other bedrooms, obviously, if you want to have this and have a bigger family. There's some space in the house if you want to renovate it too, so you can add more rooms. And as always, I used all the packs that I had. I didn't limit myself to like just a few packs or a pack. I don't know. As I said, I'm kind of tired of building, and whenever I do want to build something, I don't want to have limitations on it, because for me, limitations make it frustrating, not challenging. Sometimes it can be challenging, but most of the time, for me, it just becomes frustrating. I don't want to add that stress to my building in addition to having to actually build something. If you do want to have this build in your game, I will have links below for the tray files that you can add straight into your tray folder. They are on my Patreon, which is always free. And then whenever I will get my game updated, because I still haven't updated my game because I'm scared, I will then add this house to the gallery. Maybe it is uploaded to the gallery actually. If it is, my gallery ID is just IzuAurora, and you can find everything I upload there. But if it's not there, I can't, honestly, it's been so long that I can't remember if it is or isn't. But if it's not, it will be whenever I can get my game updated. And as I said earlier in this video, you will see these Sims again and this house again whenever I start playing through my new legacy challenge. I wanted to start it in May, straight away after I announced it, but then I ended up not having time for that. I've been very busy this spring and summer, like it's no joke. I've been so busy that I'm just exhausted all the time. I've been trying my best to keep up with everything, but the 2 videos a week upload schedule and also just like everything else happening in my life and work and everything, it's been a bit too much. And that's why I also took a little break. I just needed a little pause for a little bit, but I am back. I am well, I am rested, or almost. And I will be back making content again, but I just can't promise you when I will be able to start this legacy. I hope before autumn, but ideally I would finish my werewolf series because I have a lot of series going on. And werewolf is a little bit stressful right now because I don't have the things I need for it, and it's kind of like I want so much from it and I don't think I can deliver what I want, and it's stressing me out. So I know I just need to start doing it, but it makes me sad if I can't do something because of like technical limitations and not knowing how to do things, and there not existing poses or animations that I would need. It just sucks that I can't make something that I would actually want to do. But yeah, I think what I will do for my own well-being, I will finish werewolves and then I will start Magical Circle of Life right after. Thank you so much for watching this. Sorry for my rambles. I never know what to say in these voiceovers because they're always kind of like I have something to say about the Sims I make or the builds I make, but then after that, I don't know, there's just time and I don't know what to say, so I just ramble about everything that's happening. And I don't know, that's kind of, I like that kind of content where people like talk about other things and their thoughts and experiences while they do a build or create a sim. And I don't know, it's like listening to a podcast while watching something. That's kind of the vibe. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself, especially in this heat. If you are in the northern hemisphere where everybody is suffering from this insane heat wave, at least for us it's been quite a lot. So please take care of yourself, drink enough water and keep up with your salt needs. I hope you have a wonderful day or night and week or weekend whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!